Hello everybody, welcome back to Markers and Monsters. I'm your host Colin, as always, and hey, if the sound quality is a little weird on this one, my microphone has officially kicked the bucket, so I'm going to get a new one. In the meantime, though, I'm actually recording this audio here off of my camera. I'm just recording a blank wall and talking into the top of my camera, so yeah. Pretty fun stuff here. But hey, I do this for you guys, so nothing's going to stop me. So as you can see, today is Mad Science Monday, and we are drawing everybody's favorite mad scientist. That's right, Dr. Frankenstein. Now, Frankenstein is one of my favorite stories in like the horror genre. I always see the new adaptations that they come out with, and I just like everything about it. It's a neat story. It's very classic, the idea of kind of like a be careful what you wish for type of scenario. Well, if you don't know about Frankenstein, if you've been living under a rock for, 200 years almost, the story was first published in London in 1818, and it was written by Mary Shelley, who was only 20 years old at the time. She and a bunch of her friends, poet Percy Byron Shelley, who she married, Dr. Polydorus, I believe his name was, and some other folks. They're in Lake Geneva in Switzerland. They are having a party, and they decide who can tell the scariest story. They came up with this idea to do this thing. So she came up with Frankenstein and eventually published it, and it became a worldwide phenomenon. Now, the first adaptations of Frankenstein were actually in stage play format, and that was as early as, I think, the 1820s. Later we get up into the 20th century, where Thomas Edison Studios produced the first film version. That's the Edison Frankenstein movie, which was considered lost for a long time until some guy thankfully found it. He was a film collector, and now we can see that weird little 12-minute silent short. There were a couple other film versions, but the most famous is the 1931 Universal Frankenstein with Boris Karloff as the monster. Now, when anybody says Frankenstein to you, you probably immediately think of that monster, the makeup, the flat top, the kind of pallid skin, real tall and clunking around, so that's where that comes from. Frankenstein is a story of a mad doctor named Frankenstein, of course, and he basically decides he's going to create life out of death. So he gets a bunch of chemicals and electrodes and whatnot, and he gets corpses or whatever and stitches them together and brings them back to life. It's only afterwards that he realizes what a mistake he has made. Now, in the book version of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster is, he eventually becomes very intelligent and learns to speak and seek revenge for his creator creating him. And in the film versions, though, he's more of like a growly type of guy. So I like them both. I think they're kind of neat. I love seeing all the different takes and adaptations on Frankenstein. The Hammer Films Frankenstein with Christopher Lee as the monster and Peter Cushing as Dr. Frankenstein is a real favorite of mine too. It's a treat, a great take on it. There's the Randy Quaid version where Randy Quaid played Frankenstein's monster. That was the made-for-TV movie from the 90s, if anybody remembers that one. So yeah, it's great to always see these cool kind of movies out there, and it's, like I said, just a neat and very classic horror story. Frankenstein's monster has gone into the the realm of the super monsters, along with like Dracula and the Wolfman. They are the most classic. There's no Halloween decoration complete, set up without like a Frankenstein monster somewhere. You see the kind of the creature in just about everything. He's in comic books, he's on TV, he's in the movies, they make songs about him, so very famous. For my drawing here, I just decided to go with a kind of generic Frankenstein. I really wanted to focus on the mad scientist since it's Mad Science Monday, and so he's kind of the focus of there. I just wanted to give you the impression of that hand coming up and just kind of bringing it to life, and I wanted to give the scientist a triumphant look, like, haha, I've done it, finally! The fools, they laughed at me, but no more! Alright, I'll stop goofing around here and get back to the inking process. Just get that little bit of lab equipment in the background, and then we're going to throw in the windows up at the top with that lightning storm outside. Add in some highlights here, Give it a signature down at the bottom, and let's take a look at the scan. Sweet. Alright guys, this was fun to do, even if my microphone has been giving me problems and all that, so hopefully I'll be able to get a new one shipped into me here real soon. But alright, until next time guys, thanks again for watching, I really appreciate it. Here's all my social media stuff as always, and feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share these videos, whatever you want. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you all tomorrow on Markers and Monsters.